Ooh, what's up, guys? Out of frame burb here, or giant burb. I don't know, you guys decide. But if I do this, ooh, average burb now. I don't really like the sound of that, but whatever, guys. Today we are checking out the EP from Allt, The Seed of Self-Destruction. That's right, we're doing an entire EP reaction. And that's mainly because these guys are really sick, and I really just want to check out the entire EP with you guys, and I think it's going to be a fun video. If you've never heard Allt yet, they're essentially a metalcore band that mixes in Thall elements, so they go really heavy. They sound like Viljarta a little bit, and like old Northland vibes. You know, I already made a video for them this month, and now I'm making them 2 videos this month because these guys are that sick. Anyway, really looking forward to this. I think that's all we need for chit chat, so fuck do it. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I love it when bands feature sounds from the real world. Really puts you in that place visually. Bands don't use nature sounds often enough, I feel like. Okay. Nature sends the piano to choir. That's a pretty cool combo. Snare rolls. We're going epic. Oh, it's just the intro. Yeah. Oh. I thought it was going to be super heavy there. I'm glad it wasn't. I feel like I can predict the music, but when I'm wrong, I love it. Guitar's cool. Ooh. Oh. Yeah. It's Thall and Gojira. Damn. Isn't me or our band's getting more progressive lately? I'm all for it, dude. Ooh, those mutes were wicked there. Very rapid. That's not repeating though. Woo! fantastic. I love it. Oh. Holy dude. This reminds me so much of Viljarta. All the layering that is just so complex to follow. I love it. Like, it doesn't sound entirely like Viljarta, but it's the idea. Of the music ebbing and flowing so naturally amongst all the complexity. Hell yeah. What a interesting intro to the EP. Like excluding the piano intro. That's the first song. Instead of going like pedal to the metal heavy, it went with a really progressive track. Calling that song just metalcore doesn't seem to be justice. It's a little too... Falls more progressive metal for me, man. Okay. Track numero 3. Okay, here we go. There's another METALBIRB. Still miss my bird, man. At least I got my dog to keep me company. I don't think I'll get another bird though. I describe it as more of a color, a feeling, a storm. That will leave me alone, like it's living inside of my bones. I feel it everywhere. Slowly it tunnels its way through the walls. Only a matter of time. They got the ghost and I've got mine, but I'm stuck in this prison of flesh and bone. That clean guitar is so Viljarta sounding. The tone, the key, and this part reminds me of Adrian from Northland. Like how the lead riff was coming in now. They hinted at it. I think that's good songwriting. I love this riff. It's such a change from the Thall. It's like old school metalcore vibes. It's so simple, man, but that's what works. Especially in contrast to the complex Thall rhythms. Stuff like this is refreshing. That's why this song's a banger, dude. Hell yeah, that song is so good, man. And that song is a lot more standard for them, which is totally cool. I like it. Yeah, these guys definitely have a much more progressive kind of vibe to them, which I also like. Melodic blast beats, not dark and heavy. That lead riff, dude. Yeah. These guys love their panning. Oh, back to the right. Left. We're going to take that, man. Oh, we're going back and forth. What an interesting sample to incorporate into the song. Damn. I mentioned before, young bands bring the creativity, dude. Allt is one of those bands. coming through.
Hell yeah! Oh.
What a low-key solo. Could have done a little bit more, I feel like. It was nice. It's okay to show off a little bit. Not too much, though. I understand what they did. Is that it? That's it. Wow, short but sweet. Obviously it's an EP, but damn, still want more, but that's okay. What we got was good, so let's talk about it. Allt, The Seed of Self-Destruction. This is only their second EP. Man, some bands just have it in terms of like creativity, ambition, but also they seem to understand songwriting. They seem to have like a mission, you know? Certain bands feel like they don't know what they're trying to do. They're trying to find their identity, but Allt seems like we know what we want to make in terms of music and we are going for it. And I feel like they really did an excellent job with this EP, man. I can't wait what they come up with for like a full length, but man, let's go through the pros and cons of this EP. So number one pro is their songwriting is really good, man. Again, this is only their second EP and it really shows in terms like pacing and song flow. They seem to build upon ideas really well for me. Nothing really feels ever disjointed, and you know, it could be of course the really good layering on this record that helps transition things really well, but it's also some of the unique ideas. You know, like I'm feeling the momentum of the music. I'm like, okay, where are we going to go? I can feel this crescendo moment happening, right? It's going to happen, but instead we get like a break into this like scream into like this crescendo but like melodic heavy moment instead of just breakdown heavy. That happened in the last song for me, so that's one example. But I mean, there's so many times and instances on this record where I feel like the flows of the song just feel so natural. They still feel unpredictable too, so, and that goes hand in hand with their progressive side, so I'll make that pro number two. I really admire how progressive these guys are, you know, in terms of song flow and how they get to certain ideas in the songs and knowing what parts to repeat and stuff. You know, I realize that, or I'm realizing that metalcore is kind of doing that more and more lately, which I absolutely love, instead of following cookie cutter kind of structures. So Allt, I absolutely love what they're doing here in terms of like still constantly evolving the song flow and structure to just make for a really like interesting listen and captivating listen, right? But yeah, pro number three will be actually the song that is a little bit less progressive but still in its own right, and that's Paralyzed. So the single that I already reviewed, but that song is a big highlight on this record because it really shows if they want to really bring it down a notch and just write a more straightforward metalcore song, holy shit, they're really good at it. And actually they're so good at it that it's could be still my favorite song off the EP. It's so accessible. It's so like, it's still got the complex, you know, musicianship, but and also like it doesn't feel so copy and paste from like the verses and stuff. So there's enough progressive elements, but it's got everything that I love about this band in that one song. And you know, for their full length or another EP that they do in the future, I think songs like Paralyzed are actually really good, and I wouldn't mind hearing more songs like that. I wouldn't mind a good 50-50 balance of the more like really progressive kind of stuff and the more straightforward, structured kind of songs too, because they're really good at both. But yeah, another pro is just the vocals, man. Vocals are absolutely killer on this album. Like, it's the perfect kind of pitch that you want for this kind of music. When you think of Thall, honestly, you think of like almost like death metal vocals with Violiarta and Humanity's Last Breath and stuff. But like, they're very like dark and heavy kind of vocals. But when it comes to the more metalcore style, you know, there's Atlas, Grayscale Season as well, a new band that's doing that too. Well, a new album that just came out, I mean. But like, the vocals need to fit the heavy guitars, and so with the vocalist here, absolutely crushes it. But it has enough variety, and a big thing that I like too is there's passion in the vocals too. That's one of my favorite things about metalcore music, is that the vocalists are so passionate when they're screaming and stuff. Personal lyrics help and stuff, but like, it's also just the pitch and everything. It's like almost like a cry for help kind of thing. And I feel like the vocalist here absolutely knocked it from range, pitch, and emotion. But yeah, another pro, Thall. Like, seriously, Thall is the future of metalcore, and I do believe like Thall and electronics will continue to be the evolution of metalcore music. But yeah, Allt is taking the Thall elements and absolutely using it to their advantage. It sounds wicked here. It sounds so heavy and meaty, but like also complex too. And like I said, you know, they're not just taking the guitar tone and some of the riffs that are, you know, taken from like Violiarta, but they're also using the layering and the complexity and panning and stuff like that, and also not doing a lot of repeated ideas, and that's very Violiarta. So it's really cool that they're taking all those elements from the guitar work into a metalcore kind of setting, and it just sounds so freaking good, man. It sounds so good. I feel like I already have tons of pros to this. Okay, one more pro. Last pro, okay, I swear. Last pro is just the, you know, all the samples and the choirs and the pianos, stuff like that. The water waves crashing sound at the beginning, like all those things really help make this album feel a lot more dense and a lot more detailed. And so it really stood out to me, rather than just having guitars, vocals, and bass, whatever, drums. It still sounds good and with just the bare bone instruments, but with all the layering, man, it feels like a much more encapsulating kind of experience when listening to it. Encapsulating experience, damn. Is that word vomit? I don't know. I feel like I'm talking out of my ass, but guys, it was really good. But let's move on to the cons. Dude, I'm literally trying to think of cons just so I can have some criticism, but I feel like I'm just going to be nitpicky for the sake of being nitpicky. I don't really have any cons to this record, but I guess something that I would like to hear on their full length record is them to really push themselves and get out of their comfort zone, and they already are. But I mean, like, do something like wild on the new record. Do something that's like maybe like a 7-minute epic that doesn't rely on breakdowns, maybe like a slow start, like something that's just like huge, because I feel like these guys definitely have the talent, they have the songwriting to do these really almost like thought-provoking kind of music, if that makes sense. Something that's challenging to the ear, something that is like makes them uncomfortable to write. I don't know, that would be, I can only assume with their talent that they can write some really cool, interesting shit. So on the new record, I really hope they just run with their creativity, I guess, because what we had here was stellar. But guys, that's my thoughts on Allt, the Seed of Self-Destruction. I'm curious to know what your thoughts are, so comment down below. Spice up my life. Guys, what do you think of this EP? I'd love to know. Also, if you got to this point in the video, seriously, like, you watched the entire EP reaction and also my review, I appreciate shooting it, man. Feel free to hit that subscribe button. Feel free to leave a like, enjoy the video. Also, if you watch this entire like reaction review, leave a comment down below saying moistly. If you say moistly in the comments, I'm going to heart your comment. That tells me that you watched the entire video, and I really appreciate the shit out of you. But other than that, thank you for tuning in. Till next time. Peace.